name is Kristen Sells, and today I'm going to show you guys how to change the oil in your car for an oil change. First off, this is the materials we need. This is a drain container you need to catch the used oils already in your car. The new oil, they have different size, different weights for them. This is 10W30. We need the oil filter, which is required when you do an oil change. An oil filter wrench to take the old one off and put the new one on. You have a rag for any oil spills. Then you have some gloves to protect your hands. You have a wrench also with the sockets to unbolt for the oil, and also it's a jack on the other side of the car that's going to lift the car up in a little bit, to lift the car and raise it up. Alright, let's get started. Now I have the jack under the car frame, so it's ready to be lifted. So now we'll just proceed in lifting the car up with the jack. It might take a minute. It goes pretty quickly. About when the wool is off the ground, it should be about good enough. A little bit more. I'll do one more. And it's jacked up for me. Alright. The first step is now complete. In a bolt for the oil pan, the used oil to come out, so it can move into the oil pan.
Okay. So you got it loose.
I got it loose right now.
I'm going to take it out with my hand.
I'm about to take it out now.
Set this down. Oh. Take it out with your hand. Keep it. No. Yeah. Now watch it. Now the oil going to drip out.
Just unscrew it the rest of the way.
Now, okay. You want me to help you? Okay. But as soon as you get it loose, you got to pull it out real quick because it's gonna start dripping.
Started dripping now. Now we have to just wait till the oil, all the used oil drip out at the moment. Yes, it's pretty cool.
Can you pause it?
No, just let it keep recording that way.
It's almost done.
Use time.
You sure can. It takes probably a couple minutes.
You have to drain all the oil.
Yeah. And the oil is so dark because it needs to be changed. That's how you know when it's time for an oil change.
Yeah, it get black.
The blacker it is, the longer it's sat in your car.
It's on your gloves too. Show your gloves.
Is that going to overflow? No, it's not going to overflow. It's 15. Oh, you didn't move your weight. Pause. Now I'm going to put the bolt back in to close it off so the new oil won't drip out once I put it in there. Then I'll take my wrench to make sure to secure it, to make it tight, make sure it's tight enough. Tight enough.
It's right there to reset.
Righty tighty, lefty loosey.
You got to reset your wrench to tighten.
Keep off it. Reset my wrench.
You what?
To tighten it up, so I can tighten my bolt up.
Now come back there. Hold it there. Okay, let's get this tight enough.
Alright, that's about tight enough right there for you. Now it's time to put. Oh, I'm dripping. Oh, pause it. On this frame. Now it's time to put the oil filter on the car, so I'll be doing that now. Flashlight. Okay, now it's time to loosen the oil filter, and I'm going to use the oil filter wrench right here.
Shoot, the jack is in my way.
I'm loosening the oil filter right now.
Okay, now put that down and just finish it with your hand.
And now you finish it off with your hand.
Turn it back to your left. Is it coming out?
Yeah.
you gotta hold it up because you don't want the oil.
You have to hold the filter up because the oil will drip out, as you can see.
Thank you.
Okay.
Okay, the oil filter thing is on. You gotta let the rest of it drain out. It don't get anywhere.
That's okay. I get it.
Can you pause it?
3.
You can just put the oil filter in the pan since there's already nasty oil in there. It can go along with it. Now you have to let the rest of the oil drain out from where the oil filter was. It might take a little bit, but not too long. It's about done, it looks like. Pause. Now it's time to put the oil filter on. So now I'm just tightening it up with my hand right now. And then I'll use the wrench in a minute to make sure it's securely tight. Because your hands can be a little slippery if there's a little oily on it. Now I'll give my wrench. Make sure it's tightened. Alright, let's tighten up. It's secure. Right. Now that we have drained the oil and put the new oil filter on, now it's time to let the car back down. It is. It's a little slippery because my hand's got oil on it.
I got this part out.
Okay. Now it's time to open the hood. You pull your latch, hood latch. You gotta come right. Right. Alright. Now, you gotta remove the oil cap, which the oil cap is right here with the little drain. The little drip. Right here. And it tells you, sometimes on your oil, it tells you what kind you need. And it's right there. It tells you what kind you need. So, this is where you'll put the new oil that you have bought in. Funnel part is optional, but you can use it. Some people don't need it, but I will need it. So I'll stick it right here. Then I'll start pouring my oil in.
Be careful, don't waste it. Yeah, you gotta be careful not to waste it.
You have to be really careful not to waste it because I just spilled some. You'll need the whole 5 quarts.
Depending on your car.
It don't matter.
Don't stop pouring it. And just let it sit there and let the oil drain.
That's just to get the rest of the oil out. Let's sit here and drain it.
You don't waste it.
Now that I'm done filling the oil, I'll check my oil to see if it's fully full. I take out the dipstick. First time you wipe it off because it still has the old oil on it, the excess. Let's see now you can check to see how you know it's full when all dots are filled. Yep, it looks pretty full to me. Now I'll take my funnel out. Put the oil cap back on there. Make sure it's tight. And now the oil change is complete. The oil change is complete. You can now shut your hood. Be sure not to slam your fingers. Since I left the cap on earlier on the container on accident for the oil to go in, I have to put some oil absorbent out to clean up the oil spill I made earlier. handy as well while changing oil. That I completed the oil change, I'm going to pass out a piece of paper and a pen to everyone, and I want you guys to write down what do you remember about the oil change and the steps it was, and put it in order for me. And whoever gets it correct gets a prize at the end. And I hope you enjoy my presentation. Thank you. Sisters and my daddy for helping me. My sisters did the camera and then the camera viewing, and my dad helped me on some of the oil changing. Thanks, guys. Change is complete. I'm going now. I'm not yelling. Okay. Oil in my hair. Now I have to go wash it after the oil change. Oh.
No, you turn it in to pop out.
She just broke it.
No, I didn't. Okay. It's good. It's good. Now that I'm done filling the oil, I will check the oil. What happened?
I forgot.
She complete. You can close your hood now. Stop.
You got that blooper.
I said open the top.
Dang, that's a lot.
Diddy, you didn't open the top. We have an oil spill.
It's okay.
It's okay. Don't forget to pull the plug out of the quart container, or you will overflow. Or it will overflow. Using the oil quart container, do not forget to pull the plug out the inside of the oil quart container.
Or this will happen.
Or that will happen. It will overflow. Because it's supposed to hold 15 quarts. But with the top in, it only holds like 2. Or 3. Sorry. I had to have my daddy come out here and help me. I forgot. That's an important step in this oil change. Can you see the video? Okay, what? You didn't cut it off? I should do that in my video. Let me see that. Hold on. Hold my glove. I need a napkin though. Let me see my napkin. Right now, I'm just gonna dry the extra oil off, the excess, so I can put the new oil filter in and put the plug back in that I took out earlier when I first started draining the oil the first time.
I need the paper towel so we can get the oil spill.
That's why you need these things. Right here.
Oh.
The oil's not finna move that thing back because it's not finished draining.
It's finished.
You need some more.
Are you okay? Now that the oil is done draining, now you'll just take it.
You're filling it, not drain. You're filling it.
You're filling the oil. Now that you're filling the oil.
Stop that and do that over. Put the camera.
Okay, now. Now just drop it right there.
It done dropped in the car.
In the car. In what car? In the pan?
Now that we have drained the oil and put the new oil filter on, now it's time to let the car back down. It is. It's a little slippery because my hands got oil on it. Can you do it? Pretty cute. Ta-da! Then you move your jack. You're done with the jack. Right now.
Okay. Now it's time to go up in the field. You got to pull your head out.
Oh, wait.
Okay. Now it's time to go up in the field. You got to pull your head out.
Oh, wait. Now it's time to go under the hood. So you,
Oh, that was part of it?
yeah, you really got to do this. Hold on, let the car dirty. You gotta watch. Wait, where's the latch at?
Now you take your oil thing.
Wait, don't take it out yet. Don't shake it. Wait.
Okay.
Get her first when she's talking though.